People are not waiting until Election Day to vote in Oklahoma. It's more like election season. Election boards across the state mailing out a record number of absentee ballots and thousands of people casting ballots right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Neely Jones.
And I'm Erin Christie. News Channel 8's Maureen Wirtz reports many are hoping to avoid some of the challenges that will arise on Election Day. She's live in North Tulsa tonight with a preview of what you can expect when you head to the polls. Maureen?
Erin, on Election Day in 2016, voters waited 4 to 6 hours outside of this church to cast their vote. We were there and we spent the day walking up alongside this building as people lined out waiting to vote. At one point, the line was all the way back into that gravel parking lot. Now, election officials say even though they're doing what they can to make sure this doesn't happen again, because of COVID, expect to wait to cast your vote. The clock was running and the line kept growing. This was Election Day in 2016 at what was then Transformation Church. Voters stuck waiting anywhere from 3 to 6 hours to cast their vote. And this year, because of COVID, it could be worse.
So are you guys expecting a line still?
Yeah, we're expecting lines. I mean, lines are to be expected. Just be patient with us. Those ladies are working as hard as they can to get everybody through.
Kelly Shoto is the secretary of the Osage County Election Board and says this year, 25% of voters in this precinct have asked for absentee ballots. That's double of what it was back in 2016.
We're just asking voters be prepared and be patient with us. That's, everybody's volunteering to do this, and it's a strain on everybody.
For election boards across the state, Election Day isn't just one day anymore. It's today, tomorrow, and the day after that, as more people choose to vote ahead of time.
Making history. I mean, these kind of numbers have we've never seen them in the history of the election board, in the history of the state, as a matter of fact.
Gwen Freeman with the Tulsa County Election Board says they're expecting to mail out 5 times the amount of absentee ballots compared to the 2016 presidential election. They already have thousands that need to be counted and are getting in hundreds more each day.
Please fill it out immediately, mail it back to us immediately so that it keeps us from having a backlog on this end.
When do you want me to mail my ballot back? As soon as possible. That is our main question we are getting. I got my ballot, I've got it voted. When do you want me to send it back? As soon as possible.
Shoto saying, when this happened in 2016, it was unexpected and rare. But now, with COVID, waiting to vote may be a new normal. So this church is no longer the polling place for this precinct. It's now at Metropolitan Baptist Church, which is a good reminder for everyone to check their polling location before they go and vote on November 3rd. Reporting live in North Tulsa, Maureen Wirtz, News Channel 8.